Hey there, stationeers, and welcome to Space Engineers. We're floating out here in the solar system, and them's my toes right over there. That's right, this is going to be a suit-only survival series, or at least a start. We are starting with quite literally nothing, except this awesome T-pose and a dream. We've got a couple of rudimentary hand tools, a welder, a grinder, and a drill, and a dream. We've got to do a whole lot of mining, refining, and contract finding in order to survive out here, and that is going to be one hell of a difficult process. In fact, I'm going to start flying towards this asteroid now. You never know, we might need it. Now, if I turn on my UI, you're going to see a few interesting things. On the bottom left there are our meters. They're all very important. That's health, oxygen, power, and hydrogen. If any of those run out, we die. So we need to be very, very careful that we don't just splat into this asteroid. I'll turn my dampeners back on, and we can actually get close enough to land. If we're going to survive out here, we are going to need to use our heads as well as our arms. That's right, it's going to require a little bit of force to get started. There's no way to truly build up from absolute zero in Space Engineers. It's just not really an option, because you need to be able to mine things and refine them and then assemble those things into parts, and you can't do that in your pocket. It's not Factorio. You need to have a ship. You need to have infrastructure to do this with. The game is very much focused on that. So, with that in mind, we are going to have to find someone to pirate off of, I think, in order to get started here today. Oh, I opened up the wrong menu there. So the first thing we're going to do is make our own faction, alright? And this is, of course, going to be, we'll call it the BBZ, which will be the Bald Boys Z. There we go, that sounds good. And we're going to accept peace from everyone who's offering it. So a lot of these factions do not start as hostile with us, so we are going to go through and accept peace from all of them. Now, this game is quite heavily modded. This is not vanilla Space Engineers at all. I will have a mod list in the description. And I would also like to shout out Mad Maven while I'm doing this. He's a fantastic YouTube creator. His No Suit Survival series is what inspired me to try this series at the start. I haven't tested it. I have no idea if this is even possible, but I think it's going to be really rewarding if and when we manage to succeed. Okay, we have made peace with everyone we're aware of. Now what we want to do is turn our HUD back on and have a look at the signals. So we've got a pirate ship over there, the Murakoz. We could try and get into it, but we did not start with the firearm. We don't have anything in our inventory besides the starter tools, and they're not very good at cutting through bulletproof glass or dodging bullets, let me be honest with you. On my GPS tab, there is unfortunately no trading station. Now, sometimes when you start the game, if you start in a respawn pod, if you check the seat you start in, you'll have a little trading station GPS location. We don't have that. So, we are going... I turned my dampeners on. Whoopsie. We are going to have to get incredibly creative with the way we go about this. Alright, so trick number one is going to be to try and lock onto this thing's relative dampening. There we go. Dampeners are set to auto, which means we are now... as it accelerates, we accelerate. And we really just want to get close here without getting shot. And it looks like I'm pulling it off. If we can sneak in behind the engines here. There we go. We want to set our dampeners. Control Z sets your dampeners to auto fire. Alright, and we're going to try and cut our way into this ship. I do have the better hacking mod set up because it is a little bit frustrating to try and use. The game's vanilla hacking is bad. It's just how I'll put it. You have to individually hack every block. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing, on the right-hand side there, you'll see a list of components. As we grind it, we put those into our inventory. So I've got them over here now. Once we get below that blue line over there, if I look at this door again with the welder, you see it's now no longer functional. If I weld it back up, I have now quote-unquote hacked it, which means I have access to it. You see it's gone white. In the vanilla game, you have to do that with every single block with a computer in it, which is quite possibly the single most tedious thing imaginable. So we're not going to aim for that. Instead, you will see that flashing blue light in front of us. That's the control module we've got to hack, and there'll be an AI controller somewhere else we've got to get to as well. Oh, uh-oh. And I see something a little scarier than I was expecting to see. That is an automated turret right outside the door. Do we have any others that I need to worry about here? No. But we do have, what, is that a countdown timer? Oh, it's a count up timer. Okay, that I can live with. I can live with the count up timer. What if we go through the side instead? This is going to vent it, but we can fix this later. Okay, doesn't look like the turret can see me through here. So let's see if we can just sneak in right over this way. Where was that turret? Is he up? Oh, he's up in there. He's up in there. Okay, I've got to be able to get to that turret without it hitting me. This is going to be extra hard. Do you think I can... Okay, it doesn't look like it can see me right here. I'm going to try and back up a little more. All right, looks like we're getting it. Looks like we're getting it. I'm not within its rotation. I don't think it can hit me. All right, turret secured. Now, we can land. All right, we can land. So let's have a look in these lockers. Let's see what we can get access to here. We might find a gun. That would be so helpful. What you got for me? You got a power kit. That's good. And a med kit. Okay, so we can heal. How about in here? What have we got? We've got access to some Clang Cola. I don't know what that does, but I'll drink one, sure. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Something to sell, at least. We do have power kits, so let's go ahead and consume one. And there we go. We've refilled our battery just a little bit. A little 8% battery charge up there. All right, so this guy's here. I think I'm actually going to take him all the way down, because he should have rifle ammunition in his inventory. Yes, he does indeed. What is that? What is that? That is a rifle magazine. Okay, so if I find a rifle, I've got some ammo for it now. Okay, so we're going to take it very slow. I can't lead in this game, because if a turret sees us, we die. All right, so no one's here. We've got some gyroscopes. We've got a gravity generator. That's interesting. Okay, and now we're going to have to cut our way through this door, too.
One eternity later.
Okay, we're going to stop right before we cut through it. I'm really worried that there'll be a turret on the other side of that door, and I'm going to sit in this chair for a second. Because as you can see over there on the bottom left, our energy is going back up. You recharge in Space Engineers as long as you're attached to a grid with power. By sitting in it or sitting in a cockpit or something like that, you'll get back a bit of juice. Now, we can't get oxygen back just yet. So that is currently our countdown timer. But I can at least get electricity, meaning that I could use my tools a little bit more often. I think to really ensure that we do not die here, I'm going to put down a grating or like a little half cover wall. I think that's kind of the only way we make it through this one. I'm going to have to remove these lights, right? And then we're going to put down just a little bit of cover. Can I get close enough? Yes. Okay. We did not... Oh, we got so lucky. I mean, I don't know what's in there, but we're getting closer. We moved through. Okay, so this door is now mine. So we're going to open that up. And we're just going to make sure there's no turrets. These sneaky AI shipbuilders like to stick them in little corners like this. Okay, we got a toilet. There is hope. We're making it out of space with this one, boys. Okay, what's over here? An armory. Oh, here we go. Okay, put it back. Get me in there. Oh, no! Okay, well, hold on. The bed has a log entry. That might have another signal for us to look into. Well, let's lie in the captain's bed and read the captain's log, shall we? Well, that just happened. After trying to resolve the oxygen filter issue, something shorted the system, and now the temperature is falling rapidly. Secondary damage seems to have severed flight controls as well. I'm in the process of jury-rigging the damaged sections to maintain basic flight functionality, but all attempts have failed so far. Oxygen levels are falling rapidly as well. Something must have gotten punctured in the hull. I have activated the distress beacon in the hopes of a rescue, but at this rate, I'm more likely to perish before the end of the day. May as well open that bottle I've been saving for a special occasion. Fly straight, Beltalowda. Alright, I mean, out of respect to Captain Constantine, we're gonna be putting that back. This was his ship once, and we'll take good care of it. Okay, Captain Constantine did not keep very tight security. I think that we can say for certain. I do not see any other ship controls, so we pop this thing out, weld it, and we might have control of the vehicle. We have successfully captured the ship. There we go. Okay, there was no air control block on this one. Alright, well, now that this is ours, I think we need to hop in. We're going to have a look at our new vessel. We didn't even take a look at it. Oh my god, look at that gun. Whoa! Okay, so we've got a bit of a warship here. It's got some gigantic cargo containers on the side. We'll do a proper inspection. But look at the size of that turret, dude. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. Okay, hold on. We have a 150mm railgun turret with 11 rounds of ammunition. We have a 203mm single gun turret with 7 shots. We got high explosive and armor-piercing ammo. We have a 400mm gun turret with a single shot. That must be that huge one on top, I'm guessing. That's a 40 centimeter caliber projectile. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, I'm going to turn the dampeners on. It does not look like this ship has thrusters on the front, though. So we're going to have to do a flip and burn to fully come to a halt. Okay, that is an upgrade we're going to have to make. We need thrusters up front. We can't not be having those. I think I might have to scrap some from the sides and move them up to the front of the pod bays. Remembering, of course, to open the pod bay doors. Alright, now, this ship does not appear to have an oxygen system. Let's have a look at a survey of our systems before I get too excited. So we've got lots of, we've got left and right thrusters, up, down thrusters, forward thrusters, but no reverse thrusters. That's something we'll have to work on immediately. We have some merge blocks to detach our cargo containers. That's pretty cool. Of course, we've got some lockers, some sliding doors. We do have an O2H2 generator, but we do not have a vent. Okay, does the O2H2 generator have ice? It has 10,000 ice. Okay, we don't have an assembler or a refinery, but we can work on that. We can build. We can develop and advance this ship. There's our generator. That's amazing. We are going to have to build a vent so that we can push oxygen into this environment because I am running out quickly and I have to be able to take off my helmet. We'll have a connector point on top of this. Yes, we do. Okay, let's cut away this piece of hull. Hopefully there's still some... Yes, it does. There's still some protection around it. We are still airtight, I believe. And I'm going to have to build a vent. And this is going to be used to pressurize this environment. Okay, I need to go find 8 more motors to make this thing functional. Where am I going to get those? That doesn't have motors. This will have motors. That'll have 2 motors. That's not really worth it. The doors? Yes, the doors will have motors. Well, I do kind of like having doors. I'm not going to lie to you. What have we got in this outside area? Displays and computers. We've got an interior plate over there. No. Oh, there's 6 motors in the kitchen. That's a good start. Anywhere else? Anywhere else? Let's put this into our vent. Weld that in. Okay, 8. We need 2 more motors. I guess the door. I guess it's going to have to be the door. Against my better judgment, it'll be the door. Okay, there we go. So if I weld this, we should see, yes, the O2 pressure is rising. It is now high. I can take off my helmet, and we can run up to the front of the ship and have a look. Helmet on. Helmet off. Oh, yes. Okay, we did it. Ow, 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 ow. But very good. But very good. Now, critically, I have no way to heal other than the med kits I found in the lockers. We do not have a survival kit on this ship. All we've got right now is power. Do I have any way to produce power? Let's have a quick look at that. No, we have no way to produce power. Okay, we can fix that. I'm going to store all this extra crud in the flight seat here. The med packs, the energy packs, all that sort of stuff. The rest of the components might just have to drop on the floor. Or we can put them in these cargo containers. We'll have to find a way to link those with the main ship at some point too. Okay, we have an unknown signal not too far away. So I am going to throw on my helmet. It looks like we can now refill our helmet just from being inside the oxygenated environment, which is a huge asset. That was not the way it used to be. So we're going to close all this up. We're going to leave our ship just chilling over here for a second, and we are going to go and investigate. Oh, first thing I have to do is turn off that antenna, because that's going to attract a little bit of unwanted attention. Okay, Murakoz, turning your signal off, and instead I'm just going to mark your location in the galaxy. We'll keep that right over there. And comment section, I want to get a really cool name for the ship. What should we call our new home? What do we think we should call this beast right over here, the Murakoz? I mean, it's a great name, but I think we can do better, right? Look at it. It's gorgeous. Oh, it's actually kind of hideous, but it's gorgeous in a certain kind of way, right? Look at this beast. Oh, wow. Oh, we've also got, what's this? Is this a point defense turret? Yeah, we got a missile defense down here. That's pretty sick. And there's our antenna. So we do indeed have laser defense weapons. At least that'll help with missile detection and deflection. And let's go check out that unknown signal together. The infinite speed mod really does, well, you know, speed up all of these transit times, though. It's really painful in the base game. Oh, overshot it a little. Okay, Mr. Unknown Signal, what are you going to give me? We got... Ooh, rainbow helmet. Nice, I don't think I had that one. Okay, small cargo container. What do you have? A drill! Oh, and some space bucks. Okay, very nice. Plus, of course, some more motors and all the good things. And then we just slice all this down. Is there another parachute in there for me to take? There is. We can scrap all of this for, we can take it back into ore, or back into ingots rather, that we can then process into other things. Stuff is 100% recyclable in Space Engineers. There's no losses. And we're going to take full advantage of that, I think. What else have we got on the horizon? We got another Murakoz over there. Well, we do know that those, we know how to capture those now. We could put 2 Murakoz together. No, I think that's a bit much. I think let's not take on more than we can chew. Let's focus on getting this ship-worthy. So what I'm going to do here is we'll keep this older drill because it does, you know, we can like sort of process it back down into usable ingots. So until then, I think we're just going to stick all of our excess stuff inside one of these cargo containers. I'm also definitely going to have to add an ion thruster at the front here. It might not go right on the edge, but we are going to have to add that at some point. Anyway, we've got 20 motors and a bunch of metal grids. I think we're going to end up scrapping the 400mm gun turret to build all of our other components. I think that's just a necessary evil. All right, so let's take that huge shell, and we'll store it away for later. We can process that back down into, like, valuable magnesium and other components. And same goes for all these bullet magazines. We don't even have a gun. And I think we start scrapping this thing, and we'll turn this into a refinery and assembler. Hopefully, we've got enough steel plates and other components to make it possible. Okay, here we go. We managed to slice it off, and it looks like it was actually covering the... it was covering our upwards thrusters. And it had no way of being reloaded by the look of it either. I don't think there are any conveyor points under here either. So these turrets are basically one shot and they're done, which does make me kind of want to just, you know, take them apart and we'll use them somewhere else. Also, there's some steel plates floating over there. I think the components are worth more to me than the turrets at this point. If something attacks us, we've got like 2 or 3 shots and then we're dead anyway. And we'll need a lot more than that and a way to reload them. So I think it actually might be more sensible to just pull the value out of these. But we'll leave them attached for now because these do at least have more than 1 shot available to them. Like this one's got what, like 7? Yeah, and that one's got 11. It's better to have some defenses than none at all, I agree. Alright, but with that said, we can now start looking at building an assembler. The assembler won't be able to refine ore, so we won't be able to create new ingots, but we can at least get value from the ingots we've got already. We are missing 9 displays and 135 computers for this major assembler. What if we get the basic assembler instead? You know, start off small and we'll work our way back up. This is the one that has all the components in it, right? These containers? Yeah, okay. So, if I put this like this and weld that in, is that going to get me what I'm missing here? Let's clear the build planner. Grab some more. I still need to find 80 computers somehow. Where am I going to get 80 computers? The controls panel might have it, because once we have the assembler, we can make more computers, right? We just need a computer to make a computer. All right, hold on. This is going to require some big brain thinking. What's in here? Nothing. What's in here? 6 computers. Can we put it together with what's on the ship already? That's the real test here. 40 computers in the grav generator, and we're not using it, so okay, there we go. We're a lot closer already. We've got further 25 in this battery. I don't have any way to get more power, so I'd rather not scrap the batteries. How about the toilet? No computers in the toilet. Surprise, surprise. How about the armory? We do have some displays. We do need displays. We'll grab those. And how many computers in here? 100 computers in the flight seat. Okay. I don't need to control the ship until it's fully functional, so maybe we can get away with that? We've also got 20 computers in the railgun turret, or rather that turret there. Maybe there's something we can work with here. Okay, I need 15 more. I'd really like to not cut into my flight seat because I want to be able to move if it comes to it. I don't think there's any way around it. I think we've just got to cut into one of the guns. Okay, and if I'm taking out a gun, I'm taking out the flak cannon, I think. This one over here. Okay, cool. We managed to successfully process all of that. So now I should be able to grab the computers I need. If I just take that on the build planner, middle mouse over here, boom, there we go. And nice, we have a basic assembler. Okay, I need to go get some power, and we need to work with this thing anyway. So, how does this function? Great question. Let's go find out together. There we go. We've got 3 days worth of energy, I am noticing now, so I'm not too worried. If I fly, it's just under an hour, though. Something to be aware of. Also, yes, let's cancel that velocity. That was my bad. Alright, so that's our assembler, that little white block right there on the end. If we go into our control panel and we get over to production over here, basic assembler is selected by default. We're going to want to switch to disassembly. Okay, so well, first off, we know we need to make like 100 computer components. We need to find 16 iron and 6 silicon wafers in order to do that. Now, we can disassemble 2. We can say, I want you to disassemble all of that and all of that, because I got some canvas and I got some magazine rifles that we can pull some value out of, right? So we're getting tiny little pieces at a time here. A little bit of iron, a little bit of nickel, a little bit of magnesium, and a little bit of silicon. Actually, no, it's just iron, nickel, and magnesium at this point. We're going to let that work. I'm also going to disassemble that one canvas piece we got, because that'll give us, what's that, 11.6 silicon wafer? Look at that, incredible. Now, I've currently got 4 iron, 83, or 0.83 nickel, now 1 nickel, and 0.8 magnesium powder. If I switch back over to assembling, you'll see we can refine that silicon and that iron into useful components. Beautiful, look at this. There we go. I also need a refinery. Once we have a refinery, we have a way to make everything else. So the basic refinery requires 10 computers, 10 motors, 20 construction components, and a bunch of steel plates. I think the next priority is to find a place to put this and make this. Oh, and I had my helmet open. Whoopsie. And let's get this thing functional as well. And I think for now, to be completely honest with you, it's going to look like trash. But you know what? Who cares? It's a salvage ship. We will make it look better later. Basic refinery is going to fit in right over there. So right now, all I'm missing are 5 more computers for this, and we've managed to make them all. Let's go ahead and do this. The assembler should be able to disassemble and assemble at the same time. What it'll do is it'll switch between the modes as long as it's got stuff queued up. It's quite clever like that. Alright, but with the refinery built, this is pretty huge. There we go. With the refinery built, we now have the ability, the rather unique ability I might add, to refine ores into ingots. This is pretty critical. That means if I go find an asteroid, we can start mining some stone, feeding it into that, and I'll probably go check out that one right over there. And I think the basic refinery can also do cobalt, iron, and nickel ore. It doesn't do silver, gold, or uranium, or platinum, or any of the advanced ores, but it'll do the basic ones. Okay, next thing we need to do is to improve our thruster situation. We saw that it was a bit of a problem, so let's go ahead and fix that. I'm going to need another pair of thrusters on either end here, and we'll scrap these from other parts of the ship. Maybe one from the top, one from the bottom. I think that's probably the best way to do this. Excuse me, could you land, sir? Thank you. Okay, there's my one from the top. And I think just for safety's sake, I am going to backfill this with a bit of steel. We do have a whole bunch left over from those guns. Something I did just notice is that we are not getting any of the scraps we're looking for. Yep, nope, we got scrap metal instead of thruster components. Yeah, so this isn't going to work in this exact configuration just yet. And I think I know exactly what the problem is. Let me cut this down before I cut the other one off. I think I know exactly what I've done wrong. If I look at a thruster... Yep, it says proprietary thruster component. So it's a balancing thing for the game, so we can't just get ion thrusters right away. They're meant to be sort of like late game tech. And you know what? Fair enough, devs. You outsmarted me once again. I wonder if we're going to try and color match this now. I don't think we're going to get that close. Now, I know there's a way to like pull the color from a block, but I actually don't know how to do it. Also, yeah, keep those lights on. So that's a slightly lighter shade of yellow. I hate it. So we're probably going to have to end up painting the whole ship to make it... I hate that it doesn't line up. Does this one line up? This might be even brighter. Yep, that's even brighter. Okay, it's even worse. I think let's go back. At least this one was a darker yellow. Yeah, it's it's a little jarring, but we are we'll succeed. We'll succeed. So something I'm a little bit worried about is other enemies finding us. Now there are different ways they can do this. The biggest one is probably going to be that giant railgun of ours starts shooting at them. This is a concern. Either way, we can now start refining stone. So I think let's head over to that asteroid right over yonder and get ourselves fully prepped up. And you always want to aim sort of just slightly off to the side. Okay, one thing we are absolutely going to have to do though is set up our control panel because it's a mess. Let's fix this. With everything grouped up, we can now set up our various points. So I'm going to turn my thrusters on and off. You know what? I'll make it on 7. That's what I usually use. So that'll be thrusters on and off. Gyros and batteries, we're not going to worry about those. I just put them on groups for safekeeping. I want to be able to turn this railgun turret on and off, mostly for power consumption. And then where's that shield emitter? That is something I'd like to have access to if we have it. Give me the NPC shield controller. And we're going to put the shield status up, down. Okay. And then also give... Oh, have I overshot that asteroid? No, not yet. Okay, let's start braking. I'll use the side thrusters just to conserve a bit of power. We'll do it over a longer period. There we go. Okay, so our shield is up, and then I can press 8 to switch it off. There we go. It's in the bottom left. This is a mod. It's not in the base game, but I find it to be very nice. It does make taking other ships a little bit harder if you're trying to use your ship, because they've got shields too. You need to sort of overwhelm them with superior firepower. But beyond that, it's also just really nice to not have your creations one-tapped by a missile that you didn't see coming. Or with the new railguns, I think there's like a 5-kilometer range on some of them. And it's a little disheartening when you build a little fighter ship and it just gets swatted out of the sky in one shot. So I do like the NPC shields mod. I'm actually going to park us inside the shadow of this asteroid. We're going to go all the way under. And that way at least we've got some, hard cover from any, enemy projectiles that we find ourselves facing. Just like that, we turn off our thrusters so that we can't accidentally move. And we're basically parked. Some landing gear would be nice for a little bit of extra layer of security and faith. But you know what? We work with what we've got. I will rebuild you my kitchen. I promise. Okay, we are starting to get down on fuel a little bit, so we're definitely going to want to make those jetpack bottles as soon as possible. In fact, can I make one right now? I should be able to, right? A single bottle? What am I shy on? I need 10 silicon. We have the iron. We don't have enough nickel either. Now, if I remember correctly, and I probably don't, just mining some stone should be enough to give us everything we need. Let's just see. If I put stone in here, right, he's going to start refining it. And yes, indeed, it produces silicon, it produces nickel, it produces iron. In tiny quantities, but it does produce them. Okay, this is the strat, people. Let's start digging. Okay, at the very least, that's given us 150 iron to work with, as well as some more silicon, which means, yes, indeed, we do have... Wait, hold on. What are we missing? What are you missing? What are you missing for this? Oh, it's on disassembling mode. I'm an idiot. It was on disassembling. I didn't see that. There we go. Okay, make me hydrogen, make me oxygen. We'll have to manually carry these into the other... Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Turret, stop shooting. I didn't turn you off. Oh, it's gonna make them so angry. Run. Turret, stop shooting. Put the shield up. The shield is up. Okay. Turret, don't shoot at them, you idiot. Oh, I don't even know what he was shooting at. Uh-oh. Yeah, keep an eye on them. Don't request the backup just yet. We're just gonna chill right over here and let that assert ship move away. I'm gonna power this ship down completely. We're shutting this whole operation down. I don't want them finding me. Okay, we've gone dark. Ooh, this is getting scary. All right, let's go scout this asteroid. Put my lights on. Might even go check out that unknown signal, and let's just see what kind of ore deposits we've got here. This drill does come with an ore scanner built in, and it looks like this might... Oh, no, there we go. Oh, tell me it's silicon. It is silver, of all things. Interesting. We can't really use this for a while, but you know what? I'll take some with me. That would allow us to make medical components, which means we can finally get a respawn bay. Oh man, this might have actually been like the most perfect possible start for this particular challenge. Okay, I'm gonna start leaving a trail of GPS tags around here, though. We're gonna tag this one as silver, and I'll call that silver. Oh, you know what? Let's get scientific. Ag. And then I'll turn it off when we leave, so we don't have a whole bunch of signals cluttering our screen. But that might just come in handy much later. Oh, that ship is kind of close. It's a little scary. It's 2.5 Ks away, which is well within railgun range. If they decided to target us, we'd be smashed. Oh shit! I shouldn't have got. They saw me. Uh-oh. Is that coming for me or coming for them? Oh no, he's flying towards my ship! Ah! Oh, this is gonna be a hot exit. Get inside. Just get the hell out of here. I'm flying towards him. Get the other way out of here. This asteroid is not safe. Okay, we're picking up some real speed here. I'm hoping that's enough. Okay, just turn the dampeners off and let's just get the heck out of there. Alright, so we had a little bit of silver we found, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, we weren't able to get much more of it. That ship just got too close and would have killed us if we'd stayed. I think we just get away from it, and we'll reposition. Maybe we go down there. What should we call this thing? It's not quite a warship, is it? I mean, it had some comically oversized guns. But this is a cargo ship without any major, like, survival features. It's not meant to be a mobile base. It's meant to, like, you know, haul some cargo from A to B and then drop it off. It is very much a... not fit for purpose. And we're trying to turn it into, like, a mining rig, basically. That's kind of what we're going for here. Yeah, I think we can get there, though. I think we can get there. It's going to require some pretty nifty engineering, but I think we can get there. It's a little tricky to not have all 6 degrees of motion. I won't lie to you. It's a little tricksy. I do see ice, though, right there on the asteroid, which is, I think that's going to make the decision for us. I think we're going to set up right next to it. I think we're going to fill up with ice. We're going to fill up a couple tanks of oxygen and hydrogen, and then we're going to call that a very, well, you know, not very successful, but successful enough to definitely be the foundations of our empire. And then we're probably going to want to go check out that civilian signal at some point. Oh, this ship is, it's so clumsy, man. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bump into something here. You know what? And honestly, if we can get some hydrogen thrusters just for the front, that would be incredible too. I think this is a necessary step. Is going to be to just get as close as we can to this asteroid without crashing into it. There we go. And then we're just gonna slowly but surely land. I just want to get the refinery as close to that ice patch as possible, just to make my life a little bit easier in the long run.
Several days later.
And we've stopped. Okay, there we go. Turn it off. And let's go do some mining. And this is ice, right? Yes, it is. Okay, let's go. Alright, did we ever actually make those hydrogen bottles? We did. Fantastic. Put those in my inventory right now. And you can give this to the assembler to strip apart. I think it's probably still got a bit of disassembling to do. No, let's give it a little bit more work. I want that magnesium more, because we don't know what kind of weapon we're going to be able to make in the long run. Let's go over here. We're going to grab our hydrogen bottles. I'm going to have to do something a little funky here, which is to grind this down to the point where I can see the connector. We put the bottles in here. There we go. They'll get filled up. Lovely. And voila. Voila. There we go. We have hydrogen and oxygen in excess. Those bottles will both last quite a while out here in space, especially the hydrogen. You don't use much thrust at all to move when there's no gravity. I love the way the ice that I've mined just kind of floats up into the air. It's very cool. Okay, first step though, before we go anywhere with this, is to get the hydrogen engine built and running, because we need to be able to produce power. Until we can make power, we are completely at the mercy of the starting resources we have here. I don't need the vent anymore, or at least not right now. So we're going to strip that out, and we're going to build a hydrogen engine in this space instead. There we go. And I think it should... Hold on, I need to go outside to check this. But I think there's a connector on the... Yeah, there's a connector on the top side. Okay. So, I want to turn off automatic rotation with T. And then we'll just rotate it to face that way, and that should just lock on to the right position. I'm also going to leave it yellow. Why not? Why not? Getting all the parts for this is going to be a little painful. We might have gotten most of them, at least, through the turrets we got. And we just need to make one power cell. I think we can handle that. I think we can handle that. Take me to production and make me a singular power cell. Yes! Okay, cool. Alright, but there we go. Before we build it fully, I need to get some O2 and H2 tanks incorporated into this whole system. So what the hell are we missing back here? What's back here? We got an O2 H2 generator. I don't know what this is doing, the screen, to be completely honest with you. It's just counting up. It's a digital clock. Okay, so that's the time in game. We can move that somewhere else. I need access to this port. I need to be able to... There should be another one under here, if I remember correctly. I need to be able to build some tanks. And yes, we've got a conveyor. Okay, couch, I love you, but you're gone for a second. Okay, can I make... Oh, I can't make large tubes, though, can I? The thing I'm just really worried about, honestly, is just being able to store oxygen. And I'm actually going to put all this stuff I'm building in yellow, so we can see what I'm adding and what I'm removing. So I need 40 large steel tubes. Is that even possible? Maybe not. It might not be. We could just keep some ice in reserve somewhere else, so that we can't accidentally use it all. We do have some in here right now. I got 8. I got 36 large steel tubes. We can actually do it, but then I can't make any more. So no, I don't think it's worth it. Just well, you know what? No, I changed my mind. Let's do it. We're doing it. Oh, I didn't even think about the small steel tubes though. Ooh, that might be a bit of a problem as well. I guess we'll find out. We don't have small steel tubes. This thing can make them. Give me some small steel tubes. Oh, and you can make large steel tubes. I'm an idiot. I'm a foolish man. I need 4 of them. We might need to mine some more stone. These are quite expensive. Oh, it's the survival kit you normally start with that can't make the large steel tubes. That's what I was stuck on. Okay. Well, we don't need to really work off the basic assembler, or rather, yeah, we don't have to get rid of the basic assembler anytime soon then. There we go. There's our oxygen tank. Weld that in, and we should see this thing starting to fill up. O2 tank, yes, it's up at 2.3%, and that means I'm going to start filling up this, because what will happen in this game is ice is destroyed to create gas. It will create whichever gas you need. So one ice will create both hydrogen and oxygen, but it'll only create the one that you have space to store. So if you start producing hydrogen when you don't have a place to put the oxygen, you lose the oxygen production. If you start producing oxygen when you don't have a place to put the hydrogen, you lose the hydrogen production. So on and such as. So this thing's currently pumping out 5 megawatts. You see it's not filling up, and that's because it's currently idle. If I turn it on... Yeah, there we go. It filled up briefly. Is it going to continue to fill up? Let's have a look here. No, that's just what it's running on. Okay. So that O2 tank, how we looking? Pretty good. We're already at 7.56 ice. Okay, but I want to see this O2 tank filling up, and it is. There we go. Once this maxes out, I don't worry. This is enough oxygen for like 100 hours of gameplay in that tank. It's just important that we have some stored up, right? We really can't risk losing it all. Well, everybody, I think unfortunately that's going to be where we call the end of our first awesome episode out here in Space Engineers. I hope you've enjoyed watching. It's been a really interesting one. I think a lot has happened. We've managed to capture this thing, the Murakoz. But I'd love to get a better name for it. And please, there's no rules to it really. Just put down whatever you think would be a great name for our first ship, captured from a dead captain adrift in space and repurposed for our own uses. I think we've got something really cool going on here with the series idea, and I'd love to see your opinions on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear what you want to see, where you want to see the series go, what you'd like to see us do. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?